Morning, friends. It's Miss Linda. I wanted to follow up with what we were talking about seeds and how they grow and plants. We were being botanists. Well, hold on. I forgot. I don't need this on because you're at home and I'm at school. I'm going to draw today and we're going to see what comes first, what comes next, and what are the parts of a plant. So let's make our paper for our story. There's always a line. And do we write down here? Yes. And what do we do up here? We make the picture. That's our story up here. And sometimes we don't need words at all. We can tell the whole story up here. So we're going to start with the first thing we need to grow a plant. What's the first thing we need? I hear some people saying seed. You're right, we need a seed. But what do we put it in? We need soil or dirt. So let's make our soil down on the ground. Yep. There's our soil. Then you're right. The next thing we need to do is plant our seed. So I'm going to make a hole in my dirt right there. Can you see that? I made a hole in the dirt. And I'm going to drop my seed inside. Here we go. Drop. There it is. Do you see my seed? There's our seed. And then we have to maybe cover it up a little bit with more dirt so it can stay warm. Oh, yeah. Speaking about warm, we do need something to help us grow that plant. We need the sun. Outside, if we're planting, we need the sun. Look at that. And there was something else that we needed to help our plant germinate. That's a new word. Germinate. Can you say that? Let's clap it. Germinate. Let's pat it. Germinate. Germinate means begin to grow. Begin to grow. So our plant is inside the dirt right here, and we have sun. And oh yeah, we need something wet that gives it nourishment. And sometimes the sun is out, but there's clouds in the sky covering part of the sun. That's okay. It's still getting light. But the cloud makes something those seeds need. Rain. Those seeds need rain. The rain falls down into the ground, and all of a sudden, that seed, I'm going to move you even closer, that seed begins to get roots. It's germinating. It's warm, it's wet, and it's in the soil. And it begins to grow. Roots. Look at that. The roots grow from the seed, and it's germinating. The water comes down, and do you know what the roots do? These roots that are going out under the ground, they grow in the ground. They're finding the water and the food, and they're drinking it up like we would through a straw. They're drinking it up to feed the seed, the plant that's inside. So there is a seed planted, roots grow in the ground, and they feed the plant. That tasted good. And all of a sudden you'll see a sprout. Do you see that sprout? A sprout is the first part of the plant, growing above the ground. Roots grow below, the plant grows above. Okay, we take care of it. We water it, make sure it has sun or light, like in a window. So maybe it's not raining today, so we would take, let's see, what would we take? We would take a watering can every day. We would take a watering can and we would make sure it kept getting water. And it keeps growing that way. Here we go. Oh, it's growing taller. This is the stem. The seed has the roots below and the stem up above. And on that stem grow, what's that? What's that? Leaves. There are leaves growing on the stem. So the seed gets planted in the ground. The roots spread out under the ground. The stem pops up above. Leaves grow from the stem, and the stem grows, maybe even more leaves. Let's see, another leaf, another leaf. But then the last thing that happens is a flower. Those are the parts of our plant. Look at that. We botanists grew a lovely plant. First, there is a seed. Right there. Then, with water and sun, the roots grow. We grow roots. Where do they grow? Up, or they grow down below the soil. Yep. Then look at this one in the middle it's called a stem. The stem grows up above. The stem grows up above. When you have a plant, the stem grows up above. What grows on the stem? Leaves. Look at leaves. Leaves grow up above. And the last thing that happens to a plant, whether it's a vegetable plant or a flowering plant, is the flower. Look at that. The flower. These are the different parts of the plant. There's a seed, there's roots, there's a stem with leaves, and finally a flower on top. The parts of a plant. I'm going to write down here, these are the parts of a what? Plant. You're right. Plant. These are the parts of a plant. Very good. I knew you guys would know about it because we've been talking about it, and you are very great observers. You are always watching and looking closely, and you've planted your seeds at home. Yeah. I'm so glad that we are very good botanists. Keep looking around. Maybe you'll find different kinds of plants. They're not all the same. Are seeds all the same? No. There's different seeds for different plants. Bye, friends.